Hi, Democrats. Today is Monday, April 17th, and it's time for the Chair's Daily Life. Happy Monday. I say happy Monday, but it's Monday, which means that I have to talk about gun violence. And I have to talk about gun violence because we just had a weekend. We had a weekend where in one day in the United States on Saturday, we had over 20 children die because of gun violence. That's been reported widely. 20 children die because of gun violence in one day. In the same weekend, we had the young man in Kansas City be shot twice under Stand Your Ground. He was, by all accounts, a dedicated student and a dedicated son and brother going to pick up his siblings. He knocked on the wrong door. He got shot twice. He had to knock on several doors to get someone to open the door to help him. Gun violence in America. That's what's going on. And I want to come on a Monday and not have to talk about all the gun violence over the weekend at this birthday party or at this picnic, at this visit to the mall, this visit to the park. I'd love it if I could come on Monday and not have to talk about gun violence. But until we do something different, that's what's going to happen. So that's where we are. That's my gun violence update. Now to bring it back home and talk about McCurtain County in southeastern Oklahoma. By now you've heard, if you're watching me, you're in the loop where you've heard what's happening in McCurtain County, where elected officials were, I guess they thought they were speaking off the record, but their mics were still on after a meeting where they were lamenting the fact that things are changed, and they were allegedly threatening reporters, talking about how they wish they have 2 holes already dug where they could bury them. They wish that they could hang them, and that people who look like me, have more rights than anybody else. And these are elected officials. They were caught on tape. A reporter caught them on tape and put them on blast in the newspaper. It caused so much stink that even the governor is aware of it, and the governor has asked for them to step down. That happened in Oklahoma in 2023. So when people say, why do people talk about race? Why are we still talking about race? Can we get past it? As someone from an underrepresented group, someone from a race other than Caucasian, this is why we have to keep talking about it. Because there are still, not just corners, not just in little secret places, there are still people in our state who are comfortable having racist conversations. Because here's the thing, be a racist, which is horrible, but to feel comfortable that the other people that you're talking to are equally racist, that points to a problem. And that's what happened in McCurtain County. So even a broke clock is right twice a day. The governor spoke up, and he spoke up timely. And we want to thank the governor for doing that. Now, moving on to education. You know, we're talking about charter schools, and we're hearing how the state house and state senate are still fighting over what they're going to do about education and where the money's going to come from, and if we're going to do tax credits or call them what they really are, vouchers. All of that's going like this. While that's happening, we're still approving more and more charter schools, more and more charter, private, ultra-conservative, ultra-religious schools are applying to become charter or private so that they will be firmly in place, firmly aligned, so they can get the grift that is the voucher scheme that the governor and the superintendent of public instruction are pushing. And so more and more charter schools and private schools are lining up and getting approved while we're fighting over, are we going to call them vouchers, or are we going to call them tax credits, or are we going to do the right thing and pay teachers? Well, all that's going on in the background because no one's paying attention. Charter schools, private schools, religious schools are getting approved. Most recently here in Tulsa County, there is a charter school that just got approved that has the backing of Hillsdale College, which was an ultra-conservative, known to be basically Christian nationalist college that will not bode well for our state. And let me remind you, McCurtain County is in our state. but they're all waiting. They're all going to get in line to get the grift. That's what's going to happen. And because that's what's going to happen, a lot of them are going to close. You can't have this big glut of schools that come open. We only have so many students, and that they maintain. They're not going to be able to maintain unless this voucher scheme goes off big. But there will be gaps. There will be places where students don't have anywhere to turn. That's what's going to happen. Mark my words. We've got to put our focus back on making sure that we have well-funded public education at every zip code. Every zip code should have a place that is well-funded public for students to go to. We've kind of lost that focus because we're over here with the voucher scheme, but we have to focus on that. Those are my updates. Now I want to remind you, we have a couple of events coming up in the party. Next week, 10 days from now, on April 27th, we're having our Leading Ladies event. That's in Oklahoma City. On April 27th, we will be honoring Sarah Adams of Matriarch and Tamaya Cox-Torre of the ACLU. It'll be a great event celebrating impactful women in our state. Please buy your tickets. Go out to our website, okdemocrats.org. It's on the front page. Click on Leading Ladies, buy your ticket. Hope to see you there. That's in April. On June 3rd and 4th is the ODP State Convention, where we elect our new leaders for the next 2 years, and we update our Constitution, update our bylaws, and set our state platform. This is a time to get involved. This is a time to have the say of what the direction of our party. That's on June 3rd and 4th. June 3rd, we'll have breakout sessions. And at the Carl Albert dinner that evening, Beto O'Rourke will be our keynote speaker. You don't want to miss that. We're also having a chairs reception where you get an opportunity to have a picture with Beto and have a couple of drinks. So that should be fun on June 3rd. On June 4th, we will be doing the business of the convention. We will be doing the business of convention, updating our platform, amending our Constitution, amending our bylaws, and electing leadership. So that's what we're going to be doing on June 4th. I hope to see you there. I've been going around to county conventions. I will be going to district conventions. And of course, I'll be at state convention. I hope to see you there. One event I left off, and I apologize. Heart of the Party, which is my home federation. It's the Women's Federation of Tulsa County. We'll be having a champagne brunch next Sunday at 2:00 at the Agora Event Center. That's just north of 15th and Peoria. It's a really great place, really great views of downtown. I can't remember the last time I missed a champagne brunch. It should be really fun. Go out to the Heart of the Party Facebook page. Just type in Heart of the Party. It'll come up, and order your tickets then. All kinds of events, all kinds of places where you can fellowship with other Democrats. Get involved, get your name on the list so you're signed up for our newsletters. You know who's running when and first. All these are ways for us to get set up so that we can reinforce our infrastructure and be ready for the next election cycle. I hope to see you at some of these meetings. I will be at most of those meetings. You guys have a wonderful Monday, and I'll see you tomorrow at 4:15.